What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Will and D. Today we're going to look at week 3 of college football and then recap week 2. Not the strongest week, but we had some surprises. So, yeah, we could quickly go through week 2.
Yeah, week 2 was interesting because, like I said, a lot of people are like, oh, it's a terrible week, but we saw some upsets. We saw some chaos in the top 25, and that's normally what occurs when you have a week like week 2, where you don't have a lot of big matchups. You're going to have teams overlook teams, and it was actually a fairly entertaining week of college football. So can't wait to recap real quick. Can't wait to get to week 3. With Will. Appreciate doing the show tonight. I'm glad we were able to get it on tonight instead of Friday. It was good.
Yeah, I canceled my Tuesday plans changed a bit. So, but Louisville over James Madison, man. I was rooting for James Madison. Sorry, Austin, but it would have been funny if they won. But
I was too, man. I was too. James Madison. They were playing so well, and then they just blew it. They gave Louisville a scoop and score, and it completely changed the game.
Yeah.
Is what it is. I will say, though, Louisville's not looking that great right now. Miller Moss 151 passing yards against a team in James Madison that is competent, but not as good as they were under Signetti.
Yeah.
So Louisville can't say they're not a good team or that they're going to have a good year. They probably, will have a good year based on the record because they're in the ACC, but Louisville's just not looking all that impressive. But James Madison really gave away their chance to get an upset there.
Mm-hmm.
Maryland, kind of rough.
Yeah.
Impressive. This game, Vanderbilt absolutely trucked Virginia Tech in the second half. Virginia Tech was winning. Virginia Tech, like they were going to pull it out. They were up 20-10 at the half.
A horrible second half.
What happened?
Drones was pretty brutal. I mean, I was half paying attention to it because I had the quad streams up. But, yeah. Like, those second half adjustments by Clark Lee, the Hokies were brutal.
All I know is that I was watching this game in the second quarter, and I saw Virginia Tech with the lead. I was like, hey, maybe I made a bad pick picking Vandy. And then I turned it back on early fourth, and Vanderbilt's up by, 2 scores. And I'm like, okay, something went wrong. Virginia Tech did not score a point in the second half. That is brutal. That is ugly. So, oh, man, I think Virginia Tech's coach is cooked if he don't turn this thing around soon.
I mean, they just couldn't stop the run. The Hokies were giving up 7.1 yards per carry to Vanderbilt. So that's 7 yards every time they're running back at the ball.
Well, it's better than what Grambling did. Grambling didn't do anything. So, yeah, Virginia Tech, pretty brutal, but Grambling, I mean, no shot, man. Absolutely no shot.
And Penn State, not impressive, but we'll see. We'll see if they can get their act together.
Giving themselves no shot of having a chance for the number 1 ranking. Like, no chance. I mean, they're just firmly rooting themselves at number 2. And honestly, if LSU had blown out Louisiana Tech like they were supposed to, they might have swapped them. But they didn't, because LSU kind of didn't do all that good against Louisiana Tech. But, yeah, Penn State just vanilla. I mean, Drew Aller only 19 of 33 against FIU. That is not great. Those are not quality numbers right there. So, Penn State, good team, but if they want to be a championship contender, they're going to have to play better than that. LSU, I mean, you can maybe excuse it a little bit after they, played Clemson, like, hey, maybe they're beat up, worn out, like Notre Dame when they lost to Northern Illinois the week after. I don't know, but LSU, that was disappointing as well.
Georgia not even doing that well.
What was this, honestly? I mean, I'm confused here. Because Georgia, people talk about in the SEC how dominant they are and they're the new Bama, blah, 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 all that, even though last year kind of debunked that. But then you get results like this. I mean, we've seen multiple games in the Kirby Smart era now, last 3 years, where Georgia just doesn't look like a championship team. They got a championship roster, They don't look like a championship team. This is not a quality performance. That's what you would expect Illinois to do or something. Not Georgia. Georgia usually would win by 60. So I don't know. 28-6 is not good against Austin Peay.
Miami beating Bethune. I mean,
this was probably the most impressive performance of the week. I'm not going to lie. This Oregon-Oklahoma State.
I called it. I knew it would be a slaughter.
I know Oklahoma State trash. And I know I've heard from Pokes fans that Oklahoma State is literally investing nothing in NIL, which is very problematic for their chances to win, or for any team to win in that matter, for 5. But all I know is that regardless of how bad their team is, this is still pathetic. Good for Oregon. I mean, I'm not ready to crown Oregon like they're like legit, and they're going to be a championship level team, but they look good. But they look good last year. They choked too. But I think Oregon's a great team, and Dante Moore is great so far. It will be interesting to see if he continues that in Big Ten play. But Oklahoma State, if they don't invest and give Gundy a chance, it's over for him. And their next isn't going to win either. You got to invest. You got to invest in college football these days, man. You're just not going to win if you're, giving guys pennies when other people are getting hundreds of thousands of millions. It's just not how it works. Oklahoma State's in bad shape.
Texas bounced back. Clemson was rough. That was
16-0. They were down 16-0, man. I was like, oh my gosh, they're actually going to lose. And then, like Virginia Tech, Troy proceeds to not score again in the game, and Clemson ends up winning. But, man, what I can't believe is how Clemson dropped 4 spots for this, though. They went from 8th in the race to, I believe, 12th. They're now ranked. So all I know is that the AP voters are not loving Clemson, and they're not loving the ACC right now outside of State, because that's a major drop. I mean, yeah, they didn't look good in this game, but should they have fallen 4 spots? I mean, maybe, I guess. I mean, you can argue it. I mean, Georgia even fell. I give them kudos for dropping Georgia for struggling against Austin, because that's the thing. Like, they dropped Indiana for barely beating Old Dominion, and they dropped Clemson. At least they dropped Georgia 2 spots for not looking good. So, it's equal across the board. But, man, I can't believe 4 spots. I can maybe see 2, 3. But now Clemson, I mean, they're 12th now. So, I mean, their position, they have fallen. What did they start the season ranked as? Was it like 4th? They were 4th. Now they've gone from 4th to 12th in 2 weeks. That's a pretty big drop for a team that's supposedly, a playoff team, a team that, was going to be representing the ACC. So very interesting there. Clemson's got some rebounding. We got a $1.09 on Super Chat from Freedom. He says, I've said this many times, but I love your picks. I appreciate that, Freedom. And definitely, we're going to be getting to that Miami-South Florida game later in the show. And everybody's talking about the Florida guy. We'll get to him when we get to Florida. We're about to talk about that game. But appreciate the $1.09 on Super Chat. Yeah, Florida, man.
All right. South Carolina, I mean, they gave up a late touchdown.
Pretty much dominated, but yeah, never want to give up a late touchdown. I will say with this Illinois game, though, the score, I don't know how you want to interpret this game, because Illinois, it was competitive. It was competitive, but Duke fell apart. I don't know, Illinois just wore them down on the lines of scrimmage. I will say, and it has been said by a lot of people, Illinois' offensive line does look vulnerable. It looks a little bit shaky. It's not that it doesn't look ready for a Big Ten high-level team like they have coming up in a week and a half. I don't know. I think Illinois is good. I do think they're a good team. But this score is a little bit, I don't know. I think a lot of people are blowing out of proportion, thinking, hey, Illinois is like legitimately a top 10 team. They're ranked like 9th now. I don't know. I think that's a little, we'll see. I mean, they're going to prove whether they're good or not in a couple weeks. So I just think that the score is a little bit stretched. I don't think Illinois completely dominated Duke like the score suggests. But still a good win for Illinois, though.
And then the Mississippi State Arizona State game, man. They blew it at the end with that coverage, Arizona State. They did all that work and then they blew it.
Dude, this game hurt. I'm not going to lie. Will it hurt? Because for one thing, I was doing so good on my picks this past week. I literally only had like 2 games wrong up to that point. There's so many weeks that my picks are terrible and I get so many games wrong. But like in this past week, I was on a roll. Like all the upsets, we were basically both of us, honestly, we were rolling with it. Then we got the Kansas game wrong. Even though Kansas, we'll get to them, but they were winning, right? Like they looked like they were gonna win, and then they fell apart. But yeah, so just Arizona State blew my picks, man. They just completely destroyed my record. Because I mean, I still did good this past week, but that hurt because they came back and they should have won. And I mean, I've never seen such garbage defensive coverage that late in the game.
Yeah.
Like, you make mistakes. Guys can get beat late in the game, but the lack of communication there, I couldn't believe it. I think the cowbells got to him. But, I mean, the thing is up to that last drive on that blown coverage, Mississippi State had not done a thing in the second half. Absolutely nothing. So, it was, to me, I was like, oh, they're done. It's over. You know, like, I think Arizona State's going to get the win. And even still, even if, you know, Arizona State had won, it still would have been a bad look for the Big 12.
Yeah.
It would have been ugly because this is a game that they were supposed to win by at least a touchdown or more. Mm-hmm. But if they had squeaked out that game 20-17, it still would have been a bad look. But then they lose. It's just like, okay, you've got supposedly like the best team in the Big 12 or one of the top 2 to 3 best teams in the Big 12. Losing to an SEC school that's bottom feeder. That's garbage. I mean, I hate it for Arizona State, but yeah, they deserve to fall out of the polls because that's a game they're supposed to win. We got Caden the Diesel Free of the podcast. That he said everything is proceeding as I have foreseen. Notre Dame is going 8-4. I hope not, man. But if they lose this week, I'm worried. And their playoff hopes are dire. And Will is in trouble. His financial account. So hopefully he's okay. I'm pulling for Notre Dame hard, man. I'm pulling for you, Will. But man, I don't know, dude. They gotta win. They gotta win this week. But we got Cade with a super chat. Appreciate it, Cade. But yeah, and he says $2 super chat for Cade. Alabama is going 9-3, and it's happening. 9-3 would be okay. Boral would keep his job and build for next year. I hope they do better than that. But 9-3 is a whole lot better than 8-4. So I'll take it if Alabama goes 9-3. But appreciate it, Caden. Mm-hmm. You know what my mind did when I watched this game? Because I turned it on when it was close, and I saw the guy spit. You know what my mind went to? It immediately went to the shoe.
Yes! Oh, the shoe!
Shoe. LSU. Florida LSU in the shoe. The guy throws the shoe, and then they lose. LSU kicks the field goal, and they win. I don't know, man. That's instantly where my mind went. I don't know if anybody else's mind went to that, but I think And by the way, Freedom, this is my X account as well. You were asking about it in the chat right there. So, I appreciate it if you check it, if you want to check it out. But yeah, I posted on my Twitter though, man. During that, like right after that play, I was like, and I had so many Florida fans mad at me. It was great. I mean, it was like, don't remind me. Yeah, but Florida, why? They got this propensity to do really stupid stuff sometimes, man. Their players do. I don't know, man. They had the game, and that guy blows it.
I mean, Napier has to be gone after this. Has to be his last year.
The thing that sucks, man, is that Napier, after last season, built up a lot of goodwill. Mm-hmm. Like, people were like, hey, like, Napier, he's off the hot seat. I mean, it's not like he's safe, but he's off the hot seat. Venables has a hotter seat. Pittman, Freeze, Beamer, kind of not Beamer, but like I thought Napier was all right. Like it looked like he was good. Mm-hmm. Now it's all gone. Like Florida fans are just, and now Cignetti to Florida. Stop with the Cignetti.
I've seen Freeman to Florida, man. He's not leaving Notre Dame to go to Florida. I've seen some of that too.
Okay, that's even dumber. But Cignetti, no Florida, no nothing with regards to the SEC. No, I don't want Alabama even. I don't want Alabama. I love Alabama, but I want Cignetti to stay where he's at the program that needs him the most. Florida does not need Cignetti. Indiana needs Cignetti. Florida just needs to figure it out. Get players that aren't going to spit and throw shoes. That's what they need to do. But we got our super chat for Sports Talk with Austin. Appreciate it. He says Mississippi State is better than everyone gives it credit for. The Cowbells at night is different. It's not a place you want to see at night. My upset pick. Well, definitely a good upset pick for sure. And I do agree that the Cowbells at night are problematic. But we don't know if Mississippi State's good, though, or not either. Arizona State might have legitimately just looked like what the Big 12 is, not a good conference. We'll see. We'll see what Mississippi State does in the SEC. But that is a good win for Mississippi State. But I'm telling you, man, the Big 12 is just so behind. They're just so behind every other conference. It's a bad look. I mean, it is.
It is.
Big 12 looks like trash when your best team maybe loses to that. I'm sorry, but
they're really hoping Iowa State and Texas Tech are legit because those are really their only two teams.
Or Utah.
Utah, yeah.
Utah's right there. I mean, maybe this is the year, that of Whittingham is maybe final season or whatever. He has a great year. I'm hoping that's the case. But again, appreciate the super chat, Austin. Appreciate Kate. Appreciate Freedom. Appreciate everybody for being in the chat. We got a great crowd so far tonight.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like, the Big 12 is terrible. It's just terrible overall.
In this one, I got this one wrong too, but Mateer looked legit, man. Mateer did look legit.
I told you, man, like, the reason I picked, because honestly, I was swayed a little bit. I was thinking about picking Michigan because, like you mentioned, the lines of scrimmage. That was absolutely fair. But Underwood on the road didn't sell me, man. I'm not sold. Underwood, he is overhyped. He could be good one day, but it's not now. That day is not today. He is not there yet. He was terrible in this game. Like 8 of 23. And I think his 8 completions went for like 150 yards. That's cool. And basically all of that was to McCauley on like 2 catches. But not good. Just absolutely not good in this game by Bryce Underwood. The guy that you've seen all the stuff that he said. Everybody's talked about Castellanos and what he said coming into Alabama. But we've seen a lot of Underwood's comments, and people are thinking this dude's arrogant, cocky, all that. I mean, confidence is good, but I'm telling you, man, sometimes you got to earn it first. Like, Castellanos was very lucky that they won because Underwood, he's getting slammed right now.
Yeah.
But he's a freshman, he's 18 years old. He's not supposed to be this good, but it's because he's getting paid millions of dollars. And the LSU thing, he goes to Michigan and all the comments. He's supposed to be all this right now. That's why Keelan Russell's not the starter at Alabama. This dude went to Oklahoma and laid an egg because that's hard to do. That is a good environment, and Oklahoma's clearly improved this year. So I don't blame you for picking Michigan. Most people pick Michigan. I didn't pick Michigan because of Bryce Underwood, and it kind of ended up coming true. I was right on this one because Underwood is not ready for prime time. Absolutely not.
But that throw Mateer made, like, on the run for the touchdown was good. I'll give it.
They play good. I'm worried about his health, though. He takes hits. He runs a lot. They need to watch that. I mean, he can take hits, but one hit and then Oklahoma's season is toast. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. It's going to be interesting.
And then the Cy-Hawk Trophy, Iowa State finally winning at home.
Dude, this game, dude, was so boring. Like, legitimately don't know how anybody can watch this game and be like, wow, that's a good game. I don't care that the score was close. I don't care that it's a rivalry game. I don't enjoy watching Iowa State play. I don't enjoy it at all. It is a boring game. And people are like, oh, you don't like defense? I like defense. I don't like watching Iowa offense. It is horrible. It is still abysmal. Kirk Ferentz will never have a good offense as long as he coaches, whether that's this last year of his career or whether he coaches 5 more years. His offense, Gronowski, McNamara, freaking whoever was before that, I can't even remember right now, all horrible. Like, I can't believe I'm blanking on who was before him, but they're all bad.
Beathard?
Who was that again?
Was it Beathard?
Yeah, they had C.J. Beathard. Who was that quarter? They had Nate Stanley. He beat Ohio State, but who was that guy? He was a pretty big dude as well. Back in like 2020.
But Petrus Stanley?
And had Stanley.
Petrus was that?
Yeah, he wasn't very good either. Yeah, well, they have a lot of guys. They're just terrible. I don't know, man. Like, I understand that Iowa's got an identity, but like all of their quarterbacks the last 10 years have just been outside of, I guess, Stanley. I mean, McNamara had his moments, but he was better at Michigan because Michigan had a team. You know, I don't know. Just terrible. I don't like watching it. You know, Charlie Jones went to Purdue for a reason. You know, Iowa's just bad. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. If they had a good offense, they'd be good. They got a good rest of their team, but their offense is abysmal. And Iowa State, again, this is not a great showcase. Like, I know Iowa's got a good defense, but if Iowa State is legitimately a playoff caliber team, not saying that they're not going to make the playoffs, I'm saying a playoff caliber team that if they make the playoffs, they're going to compete hard. This isn't showcasing that against an Iowa team that's probably the 40th best team in college football. Maybe 30th. I don't know. Somewhere in that range. 30th to 40th. Not a great team, and that's the best you can do. I don't know. We got Caden with a $2 super chat. Appreciate it, Caden. He says Michigan's going 8-4 and Ohio State is going 12-0. Well, both of those things are actually very possible. I mean, they both could happen. I'm not saying they will, but Michigan could absolutely go 8-4. Ohio State could go undefeated. They usually lose a game, but we'll see. Have to get by Michigan again.
But Baylor, SMU.
This was a good game. By the way, EW actually has pretty good football. The coverage is terrible, but like the games are okay. And to Scotty B's credit, I'm so glad we pulled this one. This was one of those games that we got right. We picked Baylor, and that ended up turning out. I will say that Sawyer Robertson does look good, and he is starting to move up some draft boards. I was checking draft boards earlier this week, and I think I'm starting to see Sawyer Robertson, moving up the board. He's looked good. Absolutely looked good. I don't know if he's going to have a great NFL career or not, but hey, he looks like a good player. Baylor's got problems though. Their defense kind of sucks. They could get to 8 wins in the Big 12 this year with the way the Big 12 is, but their defense is not great. Basically, you're going to have to see Sawyer Robertson throw for 400 yards every game for them to win. But it was a good game, though. Very entertaining.
And then Ole Miss, Kentucky, interesting game, but Austin Simmons not that good. But Ole Miss will still be decent.
This game was kind of boring, wasn't it? Too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Has like expectations for a good football game increased like in the last few years? I don't know. It's just, sometimes you just turn on a game and it's just not that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just something about, like, I turned this game on. It was okay. Kentucky tried. They got to an early lead, but Ole Miss was clearly the better team. But that doesn't always matter. We saw Kentucky win last year, but like you said, Austin Simmons not look good. And Ole Miss is clearly worse than last year. They are a worse team. It's kind of ironic that the better version of Ole Miss last year lost to Kentucky, but the worst version won this year. Kind of weird. We got Sports Talk Austin with a $5 super chat. Appreciate that, Austin. He says, Rocco Bet is a gamer. Very underrated. Gus versus Iowa and Kansas State, Iowa State. I may have wrote them off too quick. Matt Campbell, program builder. Yeah, Kansas State's rough. They're horrible. But Iowa State, they look pretty. They look good. They look capable, but still just underwhelming to me against Iowa. But I like Rocco Beck. He is a good player. Not great stats against Iowa, but they have a good defense. But I agree with that. Appreciate that, Austin. And then $5 super chat from Kate. He says, Jeffrey and Will don't want me to come on the show because they know I'll roast them. Well, I appreciate that, Caden. And, yeah, you've come on the show many times and roasted us. So we appreciate that. And we appreciate the super chat. Oh, man. Alabama, dude. Could you get any better than this?
This reminds me of that Notre Dame Purdue game from last year.
Oh, boy, man, Purdue. I miss Purdue being that bad. Purdue's still bad, but Purdue was that bad last year. It was nice to have 1 year where Purdue was so bad that Indiana beats them 66-0. That was great. I don't know if that'll ever happen again, but that was one of the glorious days of my life, Will. Like, Indiana lose to Ohio State. They play Purdue, and they win 66-0. That's never happened. Like, that was cool. That was just kind of cool.
Oh, man.
Notre Dame killed them, too, so.
But, yeah, that was right after the NIU game. This one was right after the Florida State debacle.
So Bama took care of business, played fantastic. Can't get much better than that. Tennessee took care of business. Indiana looked a lot better this week against Kennesaw State. It's trying to inspire faith in the masses that IU is going to be all right. They're not dropping off a cliff this year. They're still good, but Mendoza looked like an NFL quarterback. It was a good game. I watched most of it. You know, I know I'm the IU guy. You know, I'm one of the only people that probably watched the game. But it was a good win for Indiana. They look good, but all blowouts. Blowout. Virginia blew it, man.
They blew it.
How do you think feeling with Tony Elliott right now?
I mean, he has to be on the hot seat. I mean, both coaches, Pry and Elliott, should be fired.
I think Pry is in worse shape because it's Tech. Because Tech is better than Virginia, like, as a program. But, yeah, both of them are kind of cooked.
And then Syracuse pulled it off.
Man.
Against UConn.
Ugly game.
Yeah.
Ugly game. When they were down, I think they were down 26. I was like, Syracuse, man, I'm like, they are regressing hard this year. But you know what? They came back, turned it around.
They came back, took the lead, and then UConn came back and got a field goal to take it to overtime.
I mean, I will say, you know, when you look at a game like this, I mean, it's a win. A win's a win, so good job, Syracuse. You avoided disaster, but it's just another bad representation of the ACC. I mean, you're seeing the ACC and you're seeing the Big 12 have these really bad performances, and you're not seeing it from the Big 10 and the SEC. But then you got the ACC and the Big 12 people saying, oh, our conference is so good, but then results like this. I mean, anybody in the SEC going to do this against UConn? Probably not. I understand people are like, oh, well, Mississippi State last year, they were really bad. Okay. Syracuse, are they the worst team in the ACC? No.
Stanford,
for one. They're bad. I'm trying to think, like, who else is, like, really awful right now. They got, I mean, Cal's looks a little better. They look actually a little better this year for some reason. Stanford's Wait, that's the other one. Wait. The Big 10 and the SEC do not have a Stanford and a Wake. I mean, the Big 10 maybe, though, because Northwestern and
Purdue.
Yeah, but I still think those teams are better than not Syracuse, but, you know, Stanford and Wake. I think power rankings wise they're better. And the SEC definitely doesn't have a team that's that bad.
I don't know about Purdue. I'm still skeptical on them, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Barry Odom, I mean, clearly Purdue's better than last year, though. I mean, they're bad, but they're better. I mean, they were so bad last year. To coin what Jackson always says, you got to go somewhere, man, but up. Like, when you're down, you're going to go up, even if it's ever so slightly. This was a good game here, but Kansas blew it. They fell apart.
Kansas blew it.
Feel about this game.
Jaden Daniels played well, but they still lost.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you kind of see a common theme with the Big 12 teams, though. Their defense kind of stinks. I mean, it's kind of a theme. You know what I mean? Like, you look at Kansas, you look at Baylor. Like, their defenses are just bad. They're giving up way too many points. That is not playoff caliber, unfortunately. It's just not. You're not gonna make many playoffs with defenses giving up 45 points to Missouri and SMU. It's just not happening.
Oregon State, man. It's sad. It's sad.
That's why I picked Fresno, Will. Oh my goodness. Man. Like, you can't get much worse. I mean, you look at Malik Murphy, man. I mean, he's throwing the ball 48 times against Fresno, man. You've got no freaking O-line. Like, they even ran for like 136. I don't know. That's just garbage. I don't know, man. No D. Obviously, having to throw the ball 48 times against a team like that, that's not a good look. So, the Pac-2 is terrible. Just really bad.
Just like Steve and Jelly, man. Malik Murphy and Steve and Jelly throwing it too many times. Steve had to throw it 52 times to beat UConn.
You don't want to have your quarterback throwing the ball that many times. 25 to 35 is like the sweet range. Anywhere in there is okay. But you start throwing 45, 50 times, you got a problem. Your team sucks. You know, you don't want to be doing that. It's a one-trick pony at that point.
Haynes King got hurt again, but they're fine. So hopefully he gets better.
Hopefully he'll be okay. That's what I'm always worried about with Georgia Tech. When we get to predicting this week's games, we got to look to make sure he's going to be able to play. That's going to be a big factor. No one cares about the Fox game. That was not important.
Texas State looked good.
Yeah, UTSA is not the same without Zachary Franklin and Frank Harris back years ago. They were good then.
Navy survived. I watched that one a bit.
Yeah, Wisconsin, man, like best looking performance in a while. It took the whole game to do it, but they finally got a good looking win, you know?
WVU, man.
I told you, man. I told you West Virginia was going to blow. I'm glad you picked Ohio with me because, dude, I'm telling you, you talk about a gut feeling. Like, instantly I saw this game, and I was like, no, West Virginia's not winning, dude. It's at Ohio, a team that's coming off a close loss to Rutgers. Nah, and this is like a rivalry that's not a rivalry. They're pretty close together. Like, Ohio's probably some bad blood there. Probably, you know, some guys that West Virginia didn't recruit. Those Ohio guys like, nah, we're gonna go out and pound them in the ground. And this game was ugly. I watched a little bit of it. But neither team looked good. But, man, West Virginia sucks. I'm sorry, Joey Foster. Love you, man. Love, you know, I try to pull for the Mountaineers for Joey. And you know, I like Virginia guys. There's a lot of West Virginia YouTubers that are really cool. But, man, their team stinks. Like, legitimately, their team sucks. And it's Rich Rod's first year, so he's okay. He's got a time to build this thing. But another horrible representation for the Big 12, the mighty Big 12. Oh, my goodness. Cal, I mean, 2-0. They got a big game. Cal sneakily got a pretty good game, but whenever they have a pretty big game, they blow it. But we'll get to Cal.
Carolina won. Gonna win for Belichick out of the Schneid.
Oh my gosh, they look terrible though. But you know what? A win's a win. So that's all I'll say. They didn't look good though. Army. Can you believe Kansas State is this bad?
Yeah, I did not think they would be I wasn't sold on them. I did not think they would be this bad.
I mean, the only thing that you can even use as a Kansas State fan, I mean, I don't know your whole team, Kansas State fans. I don't know everything about your team. But the one thing I do know that is hurting Kansas State is Dylan Edwards is hurt.
Yeah.
That sucks. He's a good player. But that should not matter against Army. And that should not have been the reason.
To me, this just looked like an effort game. Like Army just wanted it. Yeah.
And that should not be the reason that they beat North Dakota by 4. That's the game I knew they sucked, was when they barely beat North Dakota. And then you got this game that even further validates it. Avery Johnson only throwing for $172 against Army. I mean, this is the first time that I've seen a Chris Kleiman team look just completely bad. He's never had a bad team. Like, even in years that his team clearly isn't, like, good, they're still competitive. And they, like, remember when they kept beating Oklahoma all those years? Like, even when they were, like, 7-5, they beat Oklahoma. Like, they were the giant killers there with Lincoln Riley. They're bad right now. They look terrible. And unless things improve, they look like they might be one of the bottom feeders.
It seems like whoever loses the Ireland game has a brutal season. Like Nebraska, Navy was bad that year. Florida State and
the Ireland game, yeah.
Yeah, you have to win it. You have to.
That's weird. I mean, is the jet lag that bad when you lose? I mean, what's going on?
I guess so, man. I guess so.
Wegman
did all right against Food.
Eat Food, man. Good for Wegman. Taven Jackson, UCF, looking good. Yeah. Scott is back, man.
He's back.
Northern
Colorado should have won.
Man. Yeah, that's not a good look for Colorado State at all. To barely beat Northern Colorado. Tulane in a gut gritty win, a dogfight against South Alabama, 33-31. Interesting game there. Auburn did
USC giving up 20 against Georgia Southern. Sketch.
USC, man, they just can't shake those Pac-12 roots. They haven't fully been integrated in the Big Ten. They don't have a defense. And Michigan State don't have a defense either. Oh, my gosh. What a game.
It was a good game. I watched the end of this. This was good. I had this game on.
It was a fun game. Yeah. But neither team is very good. I mean, the thing is, what separates bad teams from good teams is the ability to gut out a win. It's not even about gutting out a win. It's about finding ways to pull away. And what that means is that both sides of the ball are coalescing together to get it done. Oh, wow. We're in a game right now, 17-17. We're going to go down the field, score a touchdown. And you know what we're not going to do? We're not going to let the other team score. But when you're just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth against mediocre teams like this, you're not good. You're just not.
Both quarterbacks looked good. Lonergan and Childs, so maybe that's good.
But if Michigan State was a good team, then they would not have allowed Boston College to score 40, just the same as Boston College giving up 42. I mean, these are not elite offenses here. And they both gave up as many points as they did. That's just a sign to me of non-quality football teams. They don't have great defenses. So, good game. I enjoyed the game because I watched a decent amount of it, but just not impressed with either team at all. We got Sports Talk with Austin with a $5 super chat. Again, appreciate that, Austin. He says Kansas State's not healthy. Dylan Edwards is hurt. Easily makes that offense work without him. They look lost, but Avery Johnson has to answer the call. Absolutely agree with that. Avery Johnson has to answer the call. Former 5-star recruit. He's underwhelmed. People are calling him out for it. But I do agree. I mean, Dylan Edwards makes a difference. He definitely does. But to me, again, it should not be enough for Kansas State to look this bad. That's the problem. I mean, if Kansas State didn't look this bad, then, and Avery Johnson was still leading them to victories and stuff, a good win against, North Dakota. And, yeah, like beating Army, not losing. But, they didn't. So that's why they're getting all the flack that they're getting. So, I don't know. I mean, I agree with you. Kansas State deserves some slack because of the injury to Dylan Edwards, but overall, they're just not good, though. They're not a great team. Problems, but definitely appreciate the super chat.
Purdue gave up 14 in the first quarter to Southern Illinois. They did win, but
I mean, last year they probably would have lost. So, I mean, again, it is an improvement, but, and
Nico and UCLA 0-2, losing to UNLV.
I told you UNLV was going to win. Who did you pick again?
I might have. I don't remember, but I might have picked
thought
UCLA.
you picked UCLA for
I
some
might have.
reason.
Yeah.
Man, I was like, no, Will, come on. UNLV, Dan Mullen, I'm like, I'm not a believer here, but you know what? UCLA was that bad in week 1 against Utah. Then I'm like, you know what? I'm picking UNLV, and you know what? UNLV, the team that beat Idaho State by 4, beats UCLA by 7. It should have been by more. UCLA is horrible. Chat, everybody out there, UCLA is garbage. Like, legitimately garbage. And one of the worst transfer decisions on the history of the planet. Worst decision. I don't know what happened in Tennessee besides money. I mean, obviously money was a problem. I get all that. We don't know the full details. But Nico, outside of anything short of getting pushed out for something, there was no reason on earth for him to leave Tennessee for UCLA. Just stupid. Absolutely stupid. Terrible decision. It's probably going to wreck his career. So, yeah, UCLA is bad, dude. They're bad. I can't wait for Indiana to beat them by 55 later in the year. It's going to be fun. Hey, I got this one wrong, though. Didn't I pick Sandy? Yeah, I got that one. Washington State keeping the Pac-2 together. Stanford's trash. And there we go. So
there we go.
Moving on to week 3. So that's what I'm saying. There's more to talk about. I did do a recap show, but got some more thoughts in.
Indiana State.
We got to get the all the games though. I think that's only the top 25.
Oh, I hate how it defaults to it.
Yeah, me too. It does it to me all the time. It throws me off. But I know.
Oh gosh, NC State and Wake.
Wake is bad. I'm just saying everyone's bad right now, but there's a lot of bad Power 4 teams, and Wake is one of them. They barely beat Kennesaw State. They beat Kennesaw State 10-9, a team Indiana beat by 50. So, yeah, it's at home, but guess what? Wake's got no fans.
No fans. There'll be more state fans there than Wake.
Of course, because they have a fan base. I mean, honestly, I think the bigger question is whether NC State covers or not. And I think they do.
They'll cover.
They're going to cover. I'm going to go with NC State to beat Wake Forest. Honestly, I'm going to go 31-14. I was
thinking 38-10. Yeah.
This game's not going to be close. Wake is bad. If they lose, NC State's trash.
Yeah.
NC State loses.
Indiana should beat Indiana State.
I'll go 63-7.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
Colorado, Houston.
Interesting game. And as we get to that interesting game, we got a $5 chat from Caden the Diesel Freak. Indiana sucks. As awful as Michigan and Alabama. Hey, if Indiana's in the same camp as Michigan and Alabama, that's good. That's very good. And Notre Dame is overrated, overhyped. They can't beat Ohio. Well, again, that one game will always break my heart as long as I live. I'm not even a Notre Dame fan, but that one will always break my heart. And Will knows what I'm talking about. But it hurts. It freaking hurts. But yeah, Indiana. Again, if they suck so bad to be in the Michigan-Alabama camp, I take it as an honor for Indiana. But appreciate it, Caden. Appreciate it. You think Colorado's got a chance?
I heard. Okay, is it true they're starting the third string guy, not Julian Lewis or Salter?
That I don't know. You'll have to clarify that for me.
Staub. Staub is starting. Ryan Staub.
Now, is that because Caden Salter hasn't looked good, or is he hurt? Because I didn't watch a second of the Delaware game.
He played well in the Delaware game.
So what's Dion doing here? Is this a ploy?
I don't know.
Is this a decoy from Dion to shock Houston? I don't know. I mean, do you think that changes anything? You think that surprise I mean, are you still not a Wegman believer? I mean, because I'm not saying I trust Wegman. Houston's looked rough the past few years, but dude, I don't think I can pick Colorado. I don't think I can. And, I mean, give me an argument for Colorado. I legitimately want to hear it, Will. Give me an argument for Colorado.
I mean, they're competitive against Georgia Tech, and Houston hasn't played anyone, so it's a big step up for Houston.
I'm going to go with Houston to win 28-21. Could be wrong. Scotty B, appreciate your comments on these games. He mentions Houston's offense still isn't good, but Colorado's defense isn't great still either. So that kind of can negate it to me, but you're right, Scotty. There is a shot that Houston doesn't win because of that, but I'm going to go 28-21 Houston. I don't think Colorado's that good.
I just think Willie Fritz is a better coach than Deion, so I'll pick Houston too.
Well, most people in the Power Four are better coaches than Deion. I mean, I'm not saying Deion's awful or anything, but I watched Deion completely crap the bed at the end of the Georgia Tech game. So it's like I don't have a lot of faith in Deion, especially if a game's close to call a good game plan or get the team together organized. So, I don't know. I agree with you.
I'll go 24-20 Houston.
Yeah, I mean, that's not good here. I mean, absolutely not. So, but like I said, Colorado could win, and I don't think they're horrible, and I don't think Deion's horrible. I just don't think they're good either. So I'm going with Houston.
Look at Kansas State and Arizona.
And they're favored? How is Kansas State favored?
No faith in Fafita.
Man. Oh, no. No Fafita?
No, I said no faith in Fafita, I guess.
Okay, I thought he was hurt. I don't know anything about Arizona right now at all. Okay, well, I don't have a lot of faith in Fafita either because the team sucks now. They're not good anymore. All the great players went to Washington. But Arizona, yeah, well, the non-con thing, the Big 12 and the ACC got to stop that. What is up with the non-con? This is a conference game.
Oh.
Okay, I'm done. I made my point on that. But the thing is that Kansas State, as bad as they've looked for 3 weeks, and they're still favored, that's not good for Arizona. I don't know, honestly. I really don't.
I didn't know this was a non-con game, man.
Well, I look at these games, and I just assume they're a conference game. I get told by somebody, appreciate people let me know, but then I get told by somebody that it's a non-conference game, and I'm like, okay, well, we're going with that. I have no idea. I just don't care to keep up with these schedule makers, whether, this game's a non-con game, this game's a conference game. It's like, dude, this should be a conference game. It literally is a conference game. It's I don't know, man. This game, honestly.
Well, it looks like Arizona is running the ball a bit more with Craig, so I don't know. Are they more leaning into the run?
I don't know who to pick. I'm stumped here. I mean, I look at a lot of the other games in week 3 because I checked them out earlier today for a little bit. I honestly haven't looked at the week 3 slate that much, but most of the games, when I just look at them, like, okay, I've got to pick here, win. I looked at this game, and I'm just like, dude, I don't know, man. This is like the definition of don't trust either team. It's a pick 'em. I don't know. It's just We got to pick somebody. That's the problem. We got to pick somebody. So we got Sports Talk with Austin with a $10 super chat. Appreciate that, Austin. He says, Coach Prime redemption tour begins Friday. Colorado office needed a spark. That's why he made the change to QB. The disrespect will not be tolerated on my watch. Well, if Colorado wins, Deion, but I'm still going with Houston. But, you know, if Coach Prime's figuring it out, the Salter ain't the guy, and that this other guy works out, and he works out good for Deion. But we got to see it to believe it. But definitely appreciate the chat, Austin. And, you know, we'll see. We'll see what Deion's got on Friday night.
Yeah, I'm gonna back Scotty here. I'm gonna pick Arizona to win.
I'm gonna go 24-21 Arizona. I think Kansas State's that bad, but we'll see. We've seen weird.
I'll go 31-27 Arizona.
Yeah,
they look better, but
to me, I don't think we were really wrong either way that we picked. Man, I mean, this is just one of those type of games. Arizona, this is their first game against anybody with a pulse, and I don't know if Kansas State has a pulse. So, you know, there you go.
And then, oh gosh, UCLA has to beat New Mexico.
If they lose, Deshaun Foster's probably out, man. It's over. You think they could lose? I mean, I legitimately think they could lose, dude. They could lose. Man, I don't know, man. I don't really understand how they're favored by 15. Like, I know New Mexico's bad, but didn't New Mexico put up 17 on Michigan?
They did.
So, yeah, possible. I'll go with a 3-point UCLA win. Three points.
And then looking at this slate, I don't trust Tech against ODU. I mean, they
have lost to Old Dominion twice, though, in the last decade. Twice.
Yeah.
And you remember those games. One of them, the Virginia Tech coach got stuck in the elevator. So
they were both in Norfolk, right, when they lost?
Probably. I think they got stuck in the elevator, I think, at Old Dominion.
Yeah.
I'll go Virginia Tech by 6.
Yeah.
They'll barely win. A&M Notre Dame, unless you want to save it.
I just have faith that we'll play more man defense because that's what worked last year, and just playing zone just didn't work against Miami. I am worried about Knapp and the rest of the O-line, but they have a whole bye week to fix everything. Marcel Reed, he's playing, but he got hurt last week. I think it'll be a close Notre Dame win. I'm going to go 34-28 Notre Dame.
I'm worried, Will. I'm worried for you. I'm worried that Caden will explode with joy if Notre Dame wins or loses rather. If Notre Dame wins, you know, he'll probably still be happy because he'll be like, oh, well, Notre Dame will lose 2 other games, and you know. But I look at the game though, man. Notre Dame in too many big games have let me down. Now, like I said, I've gotten a little more confident in Notre Dame after last year. They kind of bucked some of that, you know, trend of not being able to beat anybody ranked in the top 15 last year. They did it last year. Then I look at this year, and it's like Miami. I know people like, oh, Miami's legit now. I don't know, man. Notre Dame should have beat Miami. That hurt. They're at home. That's the thing, man. They're at home.
I mean, even though they lost to Ohio State that time, they played well and it was at home.
They've lost at home before to bad teams like Stanford.
But they usually play up to the best teams at home.
In Northern Illinois, but those were bad.
Also, that was our wine and cheese crowd. This won't be a wine and cheese crowd.
Yeah, that's the thing. We know about the wine and cheese. Will has educated me on the wine and cheese. But yes, this should be a good crowd.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. Contrary to Stephen Cherry. Appreciate you being here. Contrary to Stephen Cherry, I'm going to go with Notre Dame to win. 21-17. 20. I'm going with a 1-point win. And Notre Dame, you better not let me down.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel good about CJ. I feel better. I mean, the running game should be better without all that. Miami has less talent on the D line now than they did last year, so we should be able to run the ball better than we did last week. And CJ looked good, so defense needs to play better though.
It's gonna be a good game. I'm backing your boys though. I think they get it done. Late touchdown. CJ Carr gets a big moment. But man, it's gonna be heartbreaking if they lose, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough.
And it's heartbreaking that Oregon Northwestern is big noon. Like, why?
This game is what's wrong with television. Right here, you're trying to tell me that this game, I don't care that the Big Ten's got the NBC, CBS, Fox deal with all the games and they fit them all over the network. This is not worthy of big noon kickoff. Did anybody witness what we witnessed last week with the bludgeoning of the Pokes? And we witnessed that on CBS in the primetime slot. Now you're giving Oregon another primetime game to absolutely bludgeon a team. Dude, this game sucks. Like, if it was Oregon at, like, Minnesota, it'd be like, okay. Or Oregon at Wisconsin. This is Northwestern. Did anybody see Northwestern in week 1? Anybody witness that?
Yeah.
That was ugly. Tulane played worse against South Alabama than they did against Northwestern. This is a crappy game, like Jackson said. Absolute crappy game. This should be on FS2 or Big Ten Network or freaking W if the Big Ten had a contract with them. This is not the game right here to put on Fox. Just not.
The Peacock game.
Peacock, yeah. No one cares. Like, Northwestern has no fans. And Oregon, I mean, if they really care, then they can get Peacock to watch them blow them out by 60. This is a terrible game. Oregon is going to cover. Easiest.
Yeah, it's an easy cover.
Okay, like, I'm not a betting expert. Do not take my advice on bets. But bet this. And if it's wrong, don't come at me because of the fact that I'm not a betting expert. I'm just saying I would think this would be an easy win for a bet to pick Oregon to cover. I'm shocked they're not favored by 40.
Yeah, it's an embarrassment that Clemson, Georgia Tech. Clemson only favored by 3.5, and Bobby Dodd.
Haynes King healthy? Is he going to be able to play?
Latest update.
This is the game I'm watching in the noon window, along with.
Looks good, feels good. We'll make the determination this weekend.
He'll play.
Yeah.
He'll play. What do you think? I'm conflicted. Clemson's better team. They ain't playing good right now. They've been underwhelming. Klubnik's been underwhelming. The whole operation's been underwhelming.
I think I'm going to pick Georgia Tech. I mean, Clemson just had a problem stopping the run last year. I'm thinking this is Georgia Tech's upset. They got to upset the past few years. I think they're going to get one here.
I don't know what to do. Honestly, I lied. I was thinking K-State, Arizona, but this is another game. I'm kind of honestly. I had a pick, so I didn't lie. I have a pick, but I don't want to make it because
I'm going to go 31-28 to 31 to 27 Tech.
You don't have to give your pick, Jackson, if you don't want to, but I want to see your pick if you have one. If you have a pick for this game, let me know in the chat. If you're backing Dabo or you're leaning Key. I have my pick right now in the exact score, but I don't want to say it because it just feels like betrayal. You know what I'm saying? It feels like the utter betrayal of all right. You've got Clemson winning. Thank you, Jackson. I appreciate your input. I like Dabo. You know what I'm saying? I like Dabo.
Mhm.
I don't like Dabo, but I like Dabo. It's just they ain't looking as good anymore, man. You know, like this was the right. They're ranked 4th. They're supposed to be back, and they have not looked good. (24-21) Tech.
You going Tech as well? All right.
I'm going Tech. I am sorry, Dabo. It feels like betrayal. I am betraying Dabo Swinney. It feels wrong saying it, man. Clemson being 1-2, ranked like 25th, probably after a close loss to Georgia Tech. I don't know, man. I'm going Tech. I'm going Georgia Tech. Clemson looks like trash. Georgia Tech look better. I'm worried about King, but if King's healthy, he can gut this one out. We'll see. I'm sorry, Dabo.
You want to give your Wisconsin Bama pick?
I mean, yeah, I did say my pick on the Alabama Voice College Football Show yesterday. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think I said Alabama's going to win 34. 34-14. I said 34-14. Alabama's going to win. I think they'll be fine. I think Wisconsin will trot first. They'll run out of gas.
Mm-hmm. Baylor should win big, Scotty.
Yeah, I agree.
Auburn could.
But
yeah.
Could. I mean, I love how Auburn fans are back. I'm telling you, Will, they're coming out of the woodwork. They have been disappeared for 4 or 5 years, and then beat Baylor and Alabama losing Florida State, and they come out of the woodwork, out of the fields and the plains of Alabama, back in Auburn country, and they're like, "Oh, Alabama sucks, and we're back. You beat Baylor. No offense, Scotty, but you beat Baylor. You got to do a little bit more to get back to, being really relevant here." But again, kudos to Auburn, or 2-0. But yeah, Auburn, man, those fans, they've been gone, just to oblivion the last few years, and now they're back talking smack. So here we go again. But Auburn will win, I guess.
Here it is, Georgia, Tennessee.
Do you believe in the Vols? Because we have seen so many times where Tennessee plays Georgia, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they get smacked.
They haven't won since the Hail Mary in 2016.
Yeah. You remember that game where Tennessee was ranked ahead of Georgia? Remember they were ranked number 1?
Yeah, that was a joke.
Yeah, Tennessee was ranked number 1. I swear they ranked Tennessee number 1 just for Georgia to beat the crap out of them. You remember that? It was a joke. Yeah. Tennessee was ranked 1, and Georgia was ranked like 3rd, and Georgia killed them. Man, dude, I don't know. Like, I just don't. Georgia looks bad. But the thing is, I feel like Georgia's got that factor, though, where there's just certain teams they play good against. Like, we saw it against Texas last year. How bad did Georgia look against Mississippi State, Kentucky, and Georgia Tech and all those teams last year? But then against Texas, they killed them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, this just feels like a game Georgia's going to win, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they haven't looked good, and that Austin Peay performance was garbage. And Tennessee's looked good, but it ain't against Georgia competition. Tennessee's been doing it against East Tennessee State and Syracuse. I got to go with Georgia. I mean, it pains me to say it.
We have to see it to believe it from Tennessee.
I would like Georgia to lose more than Tennessee, preferably. I mean, it's not that I hate Georgia or anything. It's just the fact that, like, all the smack talk they've been doing, and they haven't even been backing it up lately. It'd be kind of funny to see them drop a game like this, but I don't think they will. So I'm gonna go 31-21 Georgia.
I'm gonna go 28-10, 28-13 Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
North Texas, Washington State. Oh, the brawl.
Oh yeah, the brawl, the backyard brawl. Game's lost shine. Not that it really, but West Virginia losing to Ohio. You see Pittsburgh favored by 7.5 in country roads.
Will this be the first time since 07 Pitt's won in Morgantown?
Dude, that's the thing though, man. Pitt doesn't normally win in Morgantown, but the problem is that West Virginia looks really bad right now. I don't know, man. I don't know if I could pick West Virginia right now.
It is, but it would be.
Do you think they can get it done, or do you think that the curse keeps rolling on?
Well, West Virginia's starting running back White. He got hurt in that game against Ohio too. Yeah. Scotty said it too. I think Pitt wins.
I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh to beat West Virginia, 28-14.
I'll go 31-10 Pitt.
I hate it. I hate it for West Virginia, man, but they look terrible.
Yeah.
And the injuries, so they're cooked. Rich Rod's fine again, first year.
Yeah.
It's bad. Especially if I'm picking Pitt to win by 2 scores there, that's bad.
Yeah.
Iowa State playing a stupid road game, but they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But
here it is, South Florida, Miami. Miami minus 17.5.
On the CW, which there's a lot of people in this world that probably still don't know what that network is. But you've got South Florida going to Miami. Can they do it again? Do you think South Florida can beat the 3rd-ranked team in a row on the road?
It would be funny, but
the first game was at home, but a 3rd-ranked game in general. But yeah, do you think they can do it?
I think Miami's lines of scrimmage are too good.
That was what Florida's was supposed to be, right?
Well, I saw them play against Notre Dame. They kind of pushed us around. I'm going 31-10 Hurricanes.
I just am worried, though, man. This is a game that Miami, you know what I'm saying? Like, Miami has those games, right, where they choke. And they're looking so good right now. And look where they're ranked. Ooh, Miami's back. And it's all about the U. And then the collapse.
I could be wrong, but I don't know, man.
You know what I'm saying? Then the collapse happens. And then you see the Miami fans just lose it. Including Coach Coop. Love Coach Coop. He's a great guy.
Coop has his chest out right now, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just telling you, this is a game that Miami would like. They blow these type of games. Crystal ball, I'm not a believer in. And it would just be the utmost just destructive blow.
Troy, I won't say it out loud. I won't say it out loud, Troy. I won't say it out loud.
Oh, man, of course he is. That's what I'm saying, like Scotty B said. Cristobal always loses the game.
It's too early in the season. That's another part of it, but
South Florida's going to cover.
I think they lose to Pitt. I think Miami loses to Pitt late, but I think they'll beat Miami.
I'm going to go with Miami to win 28-20. I think South Florida covers, but Miami will win. I'll give them that. But I'm telling you, watch out. And if Miami does lose, I'm going to be mad that I didn't pull it. But I agree with you. Maybe South Florida's run, just it ends. But there's a shot. There is a shot.
Ohio State, Ohio.
Not that at all. Sorry, Troy V and Hummus. They're going to kill him.
Yeah.
Do you think Arkansas has a chance? Because Ole Miss didn't look elite in their last
game.
They
do.
4 picks. Yeah. Is there a chance? If it was at Arkansas, would you consider it?
Yes. I mean, Ole Miss did lose at home to Kentucky, though.
So it is possible. We got Dave Valensky coming in with a $4.99 super chat. Appreciate that, Dave. He says Minnesota versus Cal, the battle of the freshman quarterbacks. Who has impressed you the most out of the two? Well, we're definitely going to get right to Minnesota Cal very soon, and we'll definitely answer that question. But appreciate you being here, Dave. That is a great question, and we'll definitely answer it. But back to Arkansas Ole Miss really quick, though. I don't know, man. I mean, Simmons has not looked good, and Ole Miss can lose at home to inferior opponents. Like you said, they lost Kentucky last year. But do you think Arkansas matches up well with Ole Miss?
I mean, I think they got a chance, but I'm gonna look at the game.
I don't know, man. It's so tight. I actually would consider picking Arkansas. I really would. But, I mean, the problem is that Arkansas really hasn't done anything noteworthy recently.
Yeah, I mean, they beat two bad. They haven't seen anything to make me pick them.
You remember that game that Arkansas had against a reeling LSU team that one year? And Arkansas lost like 17-10. And that was a prime chance to get a big win. LSU was fading fast that year. And LSU, I think, didn't even win a game after that. Remember, they lost to A&M and then they lost in the SEC championship or something like that. All I know is LSU collapsed the rest of the way. They would have made the playoffs if they didn't choke. But Arkansas just doesn't get wins, man, against big opponents. They just don't. I'll go 31-24 Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss guts out another one.
Yeah, I'll go 28-23 Ole Miss. I don't know, I just haven't seen anything for Arkansas to make me pull it yet. They're upset pick. LSU only, I'm not going to do that. LSU only a 7.5 point favorite against Florida.
All the shine's gone on this game. All the shine. Way to go, Florida. You had to spit. You lost the luck, like the luster of this game. It's just toast. Like nobody, are people even talking about this game anymore? Like they're talking about it, but like it's all the shine's gone. Could have been like a borderline top 10 matchup if Florida didn't lose. Why is LSU only favored by 7.5?
Yeah, that's a weird.
Probably ain't favored by at least 10. You would think they'd be favored by at least 10.
I mean, Lagway just doesn't look the same.
Honestly, it's making my pick of having Lagway as the number one quarterback this year look really bad. That's what I had at the beginning of the season. Remember when I did the top 10 quarterback rankings? I had
Norris hasn't looked that good either. He was my number one, but
Sellers and Lagway have kind of
underperformed. Yeah, I mean Sellers can still get it together.
Mendoza's living up to my 4 rankings so far. He might even get drafted in the first round.
I got to see him play against a real team, Jeffrey.
We'll see. But he's looking good. But, yeah. It'd be crazy if he gets drafted in the first round. First IU player to get drafted in the first round before if it happens. Penix would have been, but he left. But he had to leave.
I didn't know that the spitter was a Baylor transfer.
Yeah, well, good that he isn't at Baylor anymore. You don't want guys like that on your team. Sorry to that, calling out that dude, but he did it to himself. I mean, you don't want people like that sabotaging games for you because you can't keep your composure. That's just really bad. It's just terrible.
But I'll go 35-14 LSU. I just can't see Florida scoring very many points.
I'm going 34-20 LSU. I mean,
you gave them 20. They only scored 16 against USF
because I think they'll play better to start out a big game. That's the way these SEC teams are. You know what I'm saying? Like they do better in big games. Like I think Florida will show up angry because they sucked last week, but I think they'll fade late. But I could be wrong. You could be right. It could be a bigger loss, but I don't know.
ECU Coastal, ECU should win that.
I'm going ECU by 10. Coastal's fading fast. They're not the same. Vandy, South Carolina's interesting, honestly. South Carolina, have they looked good to start out?
No.
Vandy got, I know it's Tech, but
Yeah.
it'll look really good in the second half. There is a shot here. Are you pulling it?
I didn't pull it in the pick 'em, so I just think if it was at Vandy, I think Vandy could win, but I don't think they'll have a stinker at home. I could be wrong though.
I don't know, man. Do I dare? South Carolina beat Virginia Tech by 13, and Vanderbilt won by 24.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know that doesn't matter because I've used that example before. Ohio State beat Nebraska by 4, and Indiana beat them by 49 last year. Who was the better team? Ohio State. That's not always indicative. But Vanderbilt did look better against Virginia Tech than South Carolina did, and Vanderbilt did it at Virginia Tech. South Carolina, it was a week 1 game. But
I think it'll be close. I'll pick it close though. I'll say they cover the 5.5.
I haven't picked a lot of upsets this week.
Yeah.
I've been kind of keeping.
I'll go 24-21 Carolina.
I'll go 28-27 SC. I want to pick Vandy, but South Carolina might be a little too talented, and it's at home and it's at night. But I think Vandy can win, and it would not shock me. Yeah, Wyoming is a perfect trap game for Utah. Jackson said, I don't think Wyoming's good anymore.
They're not.
Greg Bowles not there. Their new coach isn't winning. They're pretty bad. So normally I would agree with you, Jackson. And appreciate the $2 super chat, by the way. I couldn't hear you guys. LS who? Absolutely on that. But Wyoming, unfortunately, is not good. It is at home, but I think Utah wins that game fine. I think they'll be fine.
Duke and Tulane.
This is actually a good game. See, this is underrated right here.
Yeah.
Remember K-State, Tulane, Jackson, talking about a couple years ago. These type of games are good. Tulane's look good, though. I mean, I know they struggled a little bit last week, but they killed Northwestern. Who do you think is better, Mensa or Retzlaff?
I mean, I think this game's a coin flip.
Yeah, it is.
I really didn't watch Tulane that much last year. That's the problem. So
honestly, because the ACC is not that good, I'm gonna go with Tulane. I think I'm gonna go Tulane to win 31-24.
I guess I'll pick Duke to be different.
Right.
I don't have a 27-24.
I'll go with an upset. I think I'll go with Tulane.
And Minnesota and Cal.
Here we go for Dave Valensky. Pull a super chat back up. Minnesota versus Cal, the battle of the freshman quarterback. Who has impressed you the most out of the two?
I mean, they're good, but they haven't played anyone. That's what makes these games hard to pick.
Well, I mean, Cal beat Oregon State, if that counts anything. My issue here is that Minnesota's traveling. I know the environment, but they're traveling across the country. That's not easy. Still, even though players are used to it, I don't think you really ever get used to it. You know, even if you're doing it sometimes, it's still not easy. So, yeah, Oregon State's bad. I agree, Scotty. I agree. But I'm just saying that, like, it's not easy to travel. Cal has looked better. But the issue that I always have with Cal, that Auburn game to this day, And you know which game I'm talking about. Still just hurts in my mind. Remember, Cal missed like 4 field goals in that game. They should have beat Auburn. They were at home, too.
The thing with this, like, Minnesota has a running game. Like, Cal kind of just throws it all the time. So I think the Hawaiian dude has impressed me a bit more. But I also think Minnesota's ground game will help.
We got an interesting stat from Dave Valesky. He says PJ Fleck is 3-0 in the Pacific. I don't know. I honestly have no idea.
Cal's is a true freshman. Minnesota's is a redshirt freshman.
I'll go 20-17 Minnesota. I hope I'm right because I really kind of want to pick Cal. But whenever I've picked Cal in a game that's kind of important like this, they typically choke. They also lost last year, but they look better. It kills me. They lost Jay Knott, Fernando Mendoza, Jonathan Brady, tons of great players, and yet they look actually okay. But Oregon State might legitimately be dog crap too. So I'll go 20-17 Minnesota.
Yeah, I'll go 31-21 Cal.
You're going Cal?
Yeah, I'll go Cal.
Man, I went Minnesota. Huh. See, I want to go Cal, I really do, but they typically choke in these type of games. This worries me.
BC will beat Stanford.
I'll go BC to cover.
Yeah.
Arizona State will win. They'll bounce back, I think.
Texas State will be tough. I think they'll cover. I'll have Texas State covering, but
I'll go Arizona State by 10. We pretty much agreed on most of these games, but we kind of differed a bit down the stretch. I'm going to be a little mad on Minnesota, though. I'm going to be a little mad on Minnesota if they lose. Because, I mean, there's something about Cal. I mean, we remember the Cal is hype thing, and we also remember Cal is just – they're a team that is just so mid, so mediocre. But whenever they have, this is kind of a spotlight game, right? It's kind of a spotlight. Yeah. They blow it. And that's why I went Minnesota. I don't trust it, but I'm going to go Minnesota. But it's a good slate, week 3. It's a good slate. It's not an elite slate, but some good games. I'm excited about week 3 in college football. And it starts off on Thursday. It's not a great game, but it's still something. So two nights, we got some more football. You know, you can decide whether you want to watch NC State Wake or, the Packers and the Commanders. Probably a better game. But, either or. We got some football back. So I'm definitely excited for the upcoming week.
All right. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Appreciate everybody's contributions tonight. Freedom, Kate and the Diesel Freak, Sports Talk with Austin, and also Dave Walensky and Jackson. Appreciate all the super chats. Appreciate it a lot. And that's the super chat goal. So definitely will be going live again this week. Maybe twice. Who knows? I'm not saying for sure on that, but definitely be going live again next week. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate you for doing the live stream, Will. Had a ton of fun tonight recapping week 2 and talking about week 3. And definitely subscribe to Will and D. Like his stream. Subscribe to his channel. Follow him on social media as well. But also subscribe to Only Talk Sports and follow me on Twitter as well. Appreciate it. And definitely hope everybody has a great night.
Thanks, everyone.